Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I'm Andrew Aveley, professional photographer and private guide based in the Lowveld of South Africa, the gateway to the Kruger National Park. Today's been a big day. Canon have announced a few lenses including the RF 200 to 800, F6.3 to F9, and I was very privileged to have a very limited quick hands-on feel, spend a little bit of time shooting in a small reserve, wildlife and birds being sort of my main forte as a private guide. But first impressions, weight, really nice and comfortable, about 2.2 kilos. Compared to my EF 100 to 400 Mark II, which is 1.6. I know it's not a really fair comparison, but you know, not having this type of zoom lens in the lineup to date for me, I needed to have something to evaluate it to. It's a nice sturdy build. It's a white lens, first one of its kind, but it's not a red line. Where does this lens fit into sort of the lineup for me? Well, as I mentioned, I'm a wildlife and nature photographer along with birds, and I think which is a very clever move from Canon. There's three important things to consider. The FPW, the focal length, the price, and then the weight. Why am I saying this? Well, you know, if you're going to be traveling specifically to Africa from wherever, weight is very important. So immediately what you're doing is you're giving yourself an incredible focal range from 200 to 800 millimeters. Those that have been on safari will know most of the time private reserves you can get anywhere from 70 to 200 to a maximum of 400. You get really up close where we off-road. In the Kruger National Park, where we don't off-road, sometimes your game and your birds are a little bit further away. So for me, this lens ticks all those boxes. What I'd like to do, as I said, we're going to pop over now to have a look at a couple of the photos. I just have a handful I've chosen and would share my thoughts on the lens with you there. Okay, so the first image we're going to look at is a young red hartebeest, and you can have a look up at the settings at the top there. I've left them. This is Lightroom. I've just done a very basic edit, excuse me. There's no lens correction or anything, so this is something I normally use just when I start editing. So you can have a look. Reasonable bokeh, smooth background. We zoom in and you can see there, not bad at all, sharpness all the way through. So let's have a look at the next image. This is a pied starling, I think it is, and as you can look at 800, I have done a lot of the images at 800 millimeters just to show you, you know, and then also 400. Moving from 100 to 400, these are the two focal ranges, I suppose, that we need to really look at. So at 400, very good. At 800, really sharp. Let's have a look. This is a banded martin, and yeah, look, F9 bokeh, smooth background. If you're a bird photographer, nice distant background, I think you are not going to really have too much to argue with sort of with this lens and what it's delivering. As I said, these are just a couple of images, a few hours that I managed to shoot, all shot handheld out of a vehicle. So the next one is, I think, is a wattle lapwing. So at 800 millimeters, quite far away. Also reasonably sharp, and also it shows a much lower angle because of the zoom lens. Yellow-billed duck, 570. Yeah, let's not argue with that. Also a very bad day, you know, overcast, rainy. So, and then at 800 millimeters. So we're looking at a really nice range. Good show here with colors, everything beautiful. And as I said earlier, this is with an R3. Here we have a plain zebra, 500 millimeters, f8. Pretty damn good separation from the background. And yeah, we have 2 plane zebra just to show you. Nice separation, bokeh. So straight out the box, really nice results for me. And then here's a Cape Buffalo. We can look at the detail in the horn, nice and smooth. You can see all the mud flecks, eye. So these are also as shot, not really changed anything with the shadows, highlights or anything. As I said, basic, just a bit of sharpening, a little bit of color, but overall for me, like, seriously. And yeah, I will be asked many times, but at 800 millimeters at a distance. Let's accept now that we're going to have environmental factors. This was a very bad day. You know, it's still not going to bin this image. I'm sure I can process it very well, but these bless buck. So pretty good image. They were substantially far away. I don't want to hazard a guess as to how many 100 meters, but in a rainy overcast still gives you the opportunity to be a little bit more creative. But overall, really good result for me. I hope you enjoyed this, and you know, please drop any questions below. So there you have it, guys. This was again just a first hands-on couple of hours with the lens. Really, you know, not something I normally do, because I normally like to really push a lens or a camera through its paces before giving an opinion. But for me, this is a really nice piece of kit. So as always, if you would share this, subscribe, click the bell wherever it is, and if you're interested in coming to South Africa or Southern Africa on safari, please let me know. All my details are in the description below. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.